All right, this is the copyright disclaimer. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
It looks like animals are after the billionaires too, guys. There are reports in Europe of orcas, yes, the whales, sinking 7 yachts, okay? And now they're teaching other orcas how to do this. Are we gonna call this organized crime? Let's continue. Apparently things weren't free enough for Willie because there have been hundreds of documented attacks by orcas off the coast of Portugal and Spain. It has been reported that these orcas will do anything to take ships down. That means biting the rudder, ramming the side, whatever it takes to get that thing out of the ocean, okay? It's absolutely wild. They've done this hundreds of times to different yachts, and 7 of them have actually capsized and went down. Now, scientists are saying that this behavior is actually being taught to other orcas, and they are now getting in on the action, okay? Now, scientists also have a theory that it started with White Gladys, which is a famous female orca. Now, this is bad news for yacht owners everywhere because orcas are one of the few animals that actually pass down behaviors from generation to generation. That means the older orcas are actually going to be teaching the younger orcas this kind of behavior. So it definitely looks like I will not be buying that yacht that I definitely planned on purchasing this year because of this whale thing and nothing else. So there you guys go. There's a story of how orcas are hunting down yachts. I'd like to hear in the comments below what you guys think about this, whether this is coincidental, whether they just don't like big boats, or maybe they know something. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.
Killer whales are sinking ships in Spain, and scientists finally know why. Since 2020, a group of orcas near the Strait of Gibraltar have been straight up attacking sailboats. There have been nearly 700 incidences. They creep up stealthily from behind and then go absolutely feral on the rudder, biting it, ripping it off, spinning the boat 360 degrees. Sailboat, yacht, doesn't matter, it's gone. And humans have tried everything to stop them, from firecrackers, from death metal blasting from speakers, banging on steel pipes, and the orcas did not care one bit. They just kept attacking the boat to a sick playlist. So theory number 1 is an orca named, I kid you not, White Gladys got hit by a boat, and she snapped and then taught her whole pod how to get revenge. Theory number 2, scientists are just saying that it's kind of like a bored teenager syndrome, where they kind of treat boats like fidget toys, and since the juveniles started doing it, they taught the other ones to do it, and it kind of just turned into a fad, except instead they're using boats. Theory number 3, they're using boats as practice for hunting, because bluefin tuna are crazy fast, and ramming and attacking a slow sailboat makes for a good target dummy. But this is the kicker, scientists keep saying like, oh, don't call it an attack, it's just play. Meanwhile, sailors are bailing water out of their boat, wishing that their black and white friends wouldn't play so rough. But here's the thing, there's only 35 of these orcas from this specific subpopulation left in Spain, so they're technically considered critically endangered. So maybe this chaotic, boat-destroying, unhinged behavior is really just because they're crying for help, because they're on the brink of extinction. No, I'm just kidding, I don't think they think that. If anything, they're probably just having the time of their lives before their species is gone for good, sadly. But anyways, the moral of the story is, if you see something black and white swimming in the water behind your boat, you might want to raise your motor or put that thing in the overdrive.
Orcas have been targeting human boats more frequently and are more dangerous than you may think. They're even using techniques similar to the ones they use when hunting sharks and seals. Recently, in places like the coast of Spain and Portugal, groups of orcas have been approaching boats and repeatedly ramming the rudder, the part that controls steering. Once the rudder is damaged, the boat can't maneuver properly. This is a strategy they have used to hunt for decades. When orcas hunt sharks, they don't just bite them, they ram them, flip them upside down, and disable them before going in for the liver. Orcas have also been seen working in groups in an attempt to flip boats over. This mirrors how they hunt seals, coordinating in groups where one creates waves to knock the seal off the ice while another waits below to strike. It seems this whale is getting bored with its current ways and is hunting new prey.
Orcas could be teaching each other how to sink boats. Orcas have sunk 3 boats off the Iberian coast in Europe, and scientists think revenge might be behind the attacks. It's believed a female orca suffered a traumatic incident with a vessel and has begun teaching aggressive boat sinking behaviour to other orcas and their calves.
Orcas are sinking boats for revenge and teaching others to do the same. Orcas, also known as killer whales, have attacked and sunk at least 3 boats and yachts along the coast of Spain, and they appear to be teaching others to do it too. Scientists think the violent behavior started with a single orca, but is now spreading. The reason behind the seemingly coordinated attacks has been a mystery, but one expert believes the reason is simple: revenge. Alfredo Lopez Fernandez, a biologist at the University of Aveiro in Portugal, says a female orca named White Gladys may have suffered a critical moment of agony, such as colliding with a boat or being trapped during illegal fishing activities. This event may have traumatized her and caused her to start charging at other boats. Because orcas are extremely sociable animals, they could be passing on the behavior. White Gladys appears to have taught this aggressive behavior to other adult orcas, whose children have then begun imitating them. The same report also suggests the orca's behavior could be caused by a loss of available prey or other disturbances, whereas other scientists have just put it down to orca's natural curiosity.
Orca whales are doing a TikTok challenge. So for the past couple of years, they've observed orca whales like smashing into yachts and sinking boats at just for seemingly no reason. And everybody's been trying to figure out, why did orcas just decide that it's cool to destroy yachts? This is where nature is dope, man. They're doing this for fun. They've now studied them long enough to realize that no orca whale over the age of 25 is fucking up yachts. So essentially what this is kids playing. They're just having fun beating up on boats. And you might ask yourself, why did all the young whales decide it was fun to start fucking up yachts? And this is where it gets even better. It turns out that orca whales are extremely susceptible to trends, especially the young ones. They observed in the wild couple years ago that a young female orca whale started wearing a salmon on her head, and within like a couple of weeks the other orcas within the pod were also wearing salmon on their heads. So yes, orca whales are fucking up rich people's yachts because it's like their version of a TikTok trend.
Off the coast of Spain, wild orcas are ramming and sinking yachts, and the behavior is spreading through the pod like a trend. It began in 2020 in the Strait of Gibraltar. Scientists think one orca, a female called White Gladys, started ramming boats, possibly after a bad collision or just as play. Then others copied her. Since then, over 750 encounters, 250 plus boats damaged, at least 6 sunk. All from just 15 orcas. Their method is precise. They ignore the hull and target the rudder, the boat's steering. A big orca rams first, while young ones copy it, biting and shaking until the boat can't steer. They only hit slow sailboats and ignore fast ferries completely. But it's not revenge. Scientists think it's play. Young calves are now growing up learning the game from adults. Proof that culture and viral trends were never just a human thing.
Have you seen what's going on with orcas? The head of this female orca pack. The head of this orca pack.
And when you say orcas, what are you talking about?
Killer whales.
Oh, damn. All right.
That's an orca.
Oh, God.
So they started sinking boats. And they're teaching each other how to sink boats. Because sometimes what happens is something will go wrong and a propeller will hit. They've happened all the time with sharks. It's happened with whales. Propellers will fuck up a dolphin or an orca.
My friend Dave got pushed off a boat and he got hit by it. When we went over him, he got pushed off the front.
Oh, jeez.
And it fucking hit him.
Where did it hit him?
I'm not sure. He wasn't that great to start off with, but it didn't help him. But I don't think it harmed him much. He'd explain.
Bro, I'd bring fish. I'd be like, I'm not that dude. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
Here's a mackerel.
Here's a can of tuna. I would bring them.
Yeah, but they might be a little upset about the can.
I'd put it on a plate. I'd plate it for them.
I don't think they like plates either.
Oh, that's a good point, huh?
Actual full mackerel's the way to go. You know.
This frightening video shows a pod of orcas attacking a tourist sailboat off Portugal. The so-called killer whales repeatedly ramming the vessel, eventually sinking it. Several people had to be rescued. Later that day, the same pod reportedly attacking another boat. It's the latest in a series of aggressive acts by orcas, which can grow as long as 30 feet and weigh up to 6 tons. Some 700 incidents have been reported in recent years, most off Spain and Portugal. And last year, this $128,000 yacht was taken down by a pod of orcas in the Mediterranean. Robert Powell and his crew were sailing to Greece when he says at least 5 killer whales attacked his boat. He believes the orcas, known for their intelligence, knew exactly what they were doing.
They knew the weakness of the boat. They knew where to hit it.
But many scientists say orcas are not targeting humans, and the incidents are not meant to be aggressive. Instead, they claim it's most likely just bored teenage orcas having fun and mimicking each other.